350 bands for a verse. Man, Lil Baby said you gonna need the whole Brinks truck to pull up if you want to rock with him. Shout out to hiphopdx.com. That's where I'm reading this article out of. Now the headline reads, Lil Baby's feature price has skyrocketed since My Turn. Now feature prices always seem to be a controversial topic, especially when it comes to big artists like Lil Baby. However, you'll hear later in this video, I'm going to break down to you why this isn't really as bad as you think it is. For now, though, I'll just tell you like this. Artists like this have to keep their feature prices very high. They have to keep it very high for them to really eat. Again, I'll tell you later on in this video, so don't click off. Make sure you listen to the end. Now, this is what Lil Baby had to officially say. He says, at this point, it's safe to say I want 100K for a feature. I don't even be doing features no more. But like 300K, 350K, 250K, 300K, something like that. But I ain't been doing features lately. Like now I'm about to put out an album, but if I don't got an album or nothing going on, it's like, why not? Now shout out to the Experience podcast with Big Loon. That's who originally did this interview with Lil Baby. So I wanted to give them credit where credit is due. Check them out on YouTube. I'll be linking their channel down below, or I'll be linking this interview down below. So check that out. Now, a lot of y'all, I know what a lot of y'all are thinking right now. What did he just say? He want to charge how much for a feature? Now listen, y'all, it's not that big of a deal. Let me tell you why. Now, if y'all been listening to a lot of my past videos, y'all already should understand. However, for my new listeners out there, let me tell you how this music business works. You get it advance, right? You sign to a label, you get this advance, which is really, it acts like a loan, and you have to pay it back, right? So everything you do, you're on the books for it. The reason I want to start with the advance and teach y'all about how that works is because you need to understand this. The moment an artist signs to a label, unless that artist has a lot of leverage and they are able to customize their deal the way they want to, the moment an artist signs to a label, they are automatically in debt. Let me say that again. The moment an artist signs to a label, they are automatically in debt. Now the clock is ticking to get out of debt. You see what I'm saying? They have to get out of debt with their music. And some of these contracts are so old and antiquated, man. Like they got it to where 100% of a song is when you write and produce the song entirely yourself. So like, let's say one person make the beat and you write the song, you write the lyrics. That's still, they only count that as 50%. And they might say, well, we need like 20, 100% songs. So even if that song becomes a hit, they still don't let you out. Like it's all kinds of craziness in these contracts. So you have to be aware of that. You have to understand the position of the artist and understand from the moment they get into this, they're in debt. And their whole thing is, how do I get out of debt? How do I actually make money? Like, yeah, on the outside, I can make things look like I got money. I mean, I'm using the record label's card, right? I got all these nice clothes and jewelry, but this ain't mine. So how do I actually get real money? So that's how these artists are really feeling when they make these type of decisions. So don't always be so hard on the artist. Understand how the business works. Now, this isn't the first time I've heard of an artist charging this much for a feature. I mean, I've heard of artists, songwriters, and producers charging like $250,000 just to work with them, right? I've heard this for years in the business. Now, as far as Lil Baby, he's been doing a great job. I'm reading this article from Hip Hop DX. They're saying right here, in 2022, he has some great guest verses, and I would agree he has some amazing guest verses. It says here, he was on Nicki Minaj's Do We Have a Problem? DJ Khaled's, I should say, Staying Alive. He was on Future's Like Me and a whole bunch of other records. It says that he was crowned ASCAP's Songwriter of the Year for a second consecutive year this past summer. Bravo, man. Bravo to Lil Baby. Lil Baby has been out here working. I mean, I did another story about how he was overworked. He was working so hard, he had to like cancel a show. I mean, the dude, he's putting in work in the booth. He's putting in work on the stage. I mean, if anybody deserves to get a huge payday for a verse, it's a Lil Baby. So shout out to Lil Baby. You know, seriously. So I get it. I get why him and his team would come together and be like, listen, these folks need to be paying you more. They need to be paying you more for a Lil Baby verse. You're prestigious enough to where you can charge more. You know, it's like in college basketball. For all my sports fans out there, it's like in college basketball or in college football. Let's say it's a small mid-major school and they go play, let's say it's college football, they go play Alabama. Or in college basketball, they go play Duke, right? They go play the Duke Blue Devils, North Carolina Tar Heels. North Carolina and Duke ain't coming to them. They ain't coming to their arena. They got to go travel to face Alabama. They got to go travel to face North Carolina and Duke because they're so prestigious, right? An artist like Lil Baby has a certain level of prestige now. This isn't Lil Baby who just got into the game looking to get on. No, he's established. So when an artist or a producer, songwriter, whatever, when they have built their catalog and they are established enough, they can kind of charge whatever they want. They can charge $1 million if they wanted to, right? And nobody can get a feature. Now, comment down below, would y'all pay $350,000 for a Lil Baby verse? Honestly, would you pay $350,000 for any guest rapper verse? Any songwriter you want to work with, any producer, would you pay that much to work with them? Now, I know a lot of y'all thinking, no way, that's absolutely ridiculous, right? Well, let me tell you something. This is how record labels grow fan bases. They do it all the time. When they sign a new artist they somewhat believe in and they think they can get a lot out of, they'll go to a Lil Baby's manager or whatever, and they'll go in the budget and they'll pay that outlandish fee just to get Lil Baby or Future or whoever on the track in the hopes that some of their fans will become fans of this new artist. Now, in a lot of cases, it don't really work out, but in some cases, it really works out. I mean, if the song is hot enough, right? If they really believe in the song and the song really starts to pop off, then that new artist will definitely start to pop off as well. And then the record label will eventually get their return on investment. So it's not always as bad in that type of situation. However, the artist really take a huge hit, right? Because yeah, the record label, they're going deep in the budget, but it's coming out of the artist's account. So the artist is going to have to owe all that money back. So let's say they get a Lil Baby verse, $350,000 or whatever. Let's say Lil Baby is feeling generous today. Let's say he say, I'm going to give it to you for $100,000. That's still a 6-figure check, right? The artist now owes $100,000. So if that record flops, oh man, they're in trouble. They're in big trouble. And the record label going to be like, well, it flops, so now you're going to be on the shelf. Now, a lot of y'all may be thinking Lil Baby and other artists are wrong for charging this much for feature prices. Not necessarily. So you got to look at it like this, so to speak. Lil Baby isn't charging the artist. He's charging the record company. It's his record company charging the other record company. And really, they're all the same people. Let's keep it honest, right? They're all the same people. They're all on the golf course together. These rich folks over here is going to pay me what I deserve. That's all it is. Because you got to understand, all these labels, most of these labels in the music business are just umbrella labels. Now, let me explain to you what an umbrella label is. It's a label that's underneath a much bigger label, right? So there's only 3 labels in the music business you have to worry about. Everything else, it's just an umbrella label that they can easily just get rid of, change the name or whatever, just kind of confuse you or whatever. But really, there's 3 labels. There's Warner Chappell, Sony, and Universal. That's it. That's all you really need to know about. Those are the big 3. Those are the 3 labels that control all the music globally around the world. Warner Chappell, Sony, and Universal. Everything else is just underneath that. Right. So what Lil Baby is essentially doing is his label. I don't know who he's signed to or whatever. Y'all can comment down below. I know he's with Quality Control, but I don't know what bigger company he's underneath. But y'all can comment that down below. Basically, what they're doing is saying, hey, y'all want a Lil Baby verse over there, Sony or Universal, whatever. Y'all got to pay this much. But really, it's all being recycled. So it's not, again, Lil Baby's not charging the artist. So don't look at it like a disrespect. Now, some of y'all may be listening to this and wondering, man, this is crazy. I can't believe these record labels work like this, especially my independent artists out there. A lot of y'all are just looking at this like, I'm going to stay independent. And honestly, I don't blame you. Like I say in almost every video, stay indie until you build your leverage up. Then if you want to sign to a label, you have that choice, right? You have that option, and you can customize your deal in the way that benefits you the most. See, if you sign a deal before you have any leverage, you're going to end up in a lot of these bad situations, a lot of these bad contracts that really exploit you and keep you stuck in there. You don't want that. You want to build your leverage up as an independent artist, and you do that by putting out quality music and quality content. And I got the tools that can help you do both. Right now I'm on Fiverr.com and I'm writing hooks, verses, and full songs. We can collab, co-write, anything you need, I got you. The link to my service will be down below in the description and in my bio as well. Now, as far as content goes, I got the link to the service that has helped my channel grow to almost 22,000 subscribers in the last year. The name of this service is vidIQ. That's right, vidIQ, y'all. They will help you get your titles right, your tags, thumbnails, anything you need regarding your content, they got you. The link to this service will be down below in my description and in my bio as well. Make sure you like the video, subscribe. When you like the video, it helps with my engagement. It helps get my video out there to more and more people. So if you're a true supporter, make sure you hit that like button and make sure you subscribe, all right? Peace.